Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I will be making smothered green beans. Of course we got the string beans. Right here I already washed them, snap them. Of course we're going to have red potatoes, bacon. I'm going to use some butter, chicken stock. First we're going to use a few seasons. They're going to be salt, onion powder, garlic powder, and we're going to use black pepper. And I'll use a few pepper flakes that I'm finna get out of the pantry. Okay, first thing we're going to do, I'm going to use a half an onion. This right here is about 2 pounds of green beans right here. So now you can break these green beans in half, you know, like this, but I don't really eat mine long. You can break them really into like 3 sections, you know, something like this. 1, 2, 3. But I'm going to cook mine long. So I'm going to use a half an onion, I'm going to use 2 garlic cloves. So on this, I'm going to chop the onions up, and I'll do like maybe a rough chop. Not really fine, something like this. That's about good enough. And then I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna do the garlic clove. So I'm gonna dice this and I'm put this in kind of last so it won't burn. Okay, so you're gonna dice this. I'm gonna dice this pretty fine. I'm gonna move that right there, and then I'll move that right there. Then I got 6 pieces of bacon. And we're going to cut this up into little pieces here, just like that. Okay, so I got that chopped up. Okay, I got about maybe 5 potatoes here, and I'm going to dice them into chunks. So now you can use Russell, but I always like the red potatoes when I'm doing a smothered green beans. Now you can take the hulls off, you can peel them if you like, but I always leave mine like that. So going in and dice them. Right here, this is it won't take long to cook this right here. Now you can do the same things with, if you buy canned green beans, and you can soup it up, and you know, you can do you can soup these up with a can of green beans. Now I did that plenty of time over the years. And you can just substitute, but you know, all you have to do is just wait till the potatoes get tender and your green beans cook down some, and you wouldn't even tell the difference in some sense. Now I'm finna get ready to wash my hands, and we're finna get ready to move to the stove. Alright y'all, we finna get ready to add the bacon to this. So I got the stove on like a medium heat. So I'm going to go ahead and add the bacon, just like that. And we're going to let this cook until it get crispy. And once this get crispy, then we're going to take this out. Alright, this is done right here. So I'm finna get ready to take this bacon out. And I'm finna get ready and saute the potatoes and onions. Alright y'all, I'm finna get ready to sear these potatoes. And I'm going to throw the onions in. So I'm going to put the garlic in last because I don't want the garlic to burn while I'm doing this. So right now I'm going to go ahead and season the potatoes and onions. So I'm coming in with about maybe a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of salt. I'm coming in with garlic powder and onion powder. So you can judge the season on your own by tasting it. And I'm coming in with a little pepper flakes, maybe a half a teaspoon. Now you can omit this. So right now I'm just want some color on these potatoes here.
It's almost like you cooking smothered potatoes.
Yes, that video coming soon. Y'all, I forgot to say, make sure use the reserve bacon fat, or you don't have to use that. You can use maybe about a tablespoon of olive oil or whatever oil you want to use. But I'll use some of the reserve fat from the bacon, and I use maybe a teaspoon or so of the avocado oil. So this is what you're looking at right now. So right now I'm going to go ahead and add this in, the garlic in for a second. And I'm going to let it cook for about maybe a few minutes or a few seconds here. So I'm going to cut this down. So I got that going here. So next I'm going to get ready to add the green beans. Just like that. Next I'm going to add about 1/4 of chicken broth. Maybe 1/4 to 1/4 to a half a cup. So that's what I'm going to start out with. So now I'm gonna come back. I'm finna re-season again. I'm finna re-season my green beans. So I'm put another little salt in here. A little bit more salt, maybe a half a teaspoon. So total all it might be a teaspoon of salt, but taste it, you know, once it get done. So come back in with onion powder, garlic powder, and maybe a few pepper flakes. Right now I'm just gonna taste my liquid right here. Like I said, I started out with a half a cup of liquid. Now if you want to add a little bit more of chicken stock to this, you can. But right now I'm finna taste it to see how the stock tastes. I'm gonna add a little bit more salt. Now I'll tell you one thing you can use that I'm finna get right now. Go ahead and use maybe a half a teaspoon of my chicken powder in here. It's nothing but chicken bouillon powder. So I'm gonna use a little bit of that. So remember this stuff is kind of salty here, so you need to wash that and taste it. And then now I'm finna go ahead and add this bacon back on top for a second. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna add about maybe 2 tablespoons of butter on top of this. You know, you can get away with about 3 tablespoons of it. So right now I'm gonna cover it and I'm gonna let it cook for about 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna come back and check on it to see how tender the green beans and make sure the potatoes are done, because you don't want to overcook your potatoes and string beans. Alright y'all, this is what they looking like in 15 minutes. For another 5 minutes, I'm gonna let them cook down because I really don't want no smushy green beans. And in the comments below, let me know, do you like a snap to your green beans or do you like them in between? So I like mine, you know, where they tender but not mushy. So that being said, I'm gonna add about maybe a teaspoon of vinegar, apple cider or white vinegar is okay. So I'm using about a teaspoon of this. So now you can leave that out if you like, but to me I just like to add it in there. So I'm gonna let it cook for another 5 minutes and they'll be ready. Alright y'all, this is the final product. This is my smothered green beans. It don't take long to cook. It's just a simple side. And like I said, you can replace the fresh green bean with canned or frozen. Okay, so now I'm finna get ready to taste it, and I'm gonna tell y'all how it tastes. I might get my granddaughter over here. Come on, Joy. I'm gonna let her help me taste. So I'm just gonna get a few of them right quick, and we just gonna taste a little bit. So now on green beans, you know, some people like a snap to there, some, you know, like it soft, some like in between. So I kind of like, you know, I like mine soft. And it got the right amount of seasoning on it. And this right here, you can't beat with a stick. So I'm finna let my granddaughter taste it and see what she think. Here, girl. And she likes string beans. She like a lot of vegetables. You taste it? How it tastes?
It's good.
Yeah. She like a lot of vegetables. I mean a lot. So I'm taste the potato. Then
So good. It was really, really good.
really. This meal right here, like I say, you can't beat it with a stick. It's simple, easy. And like I say, don't cook the potato too long because you don't want to have mushy potatoes. So that being said, I appreciate y'all for watching my videos, because I know it's a lot of people got a lot of stuff online. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in, and make sure you like, subscribe, and follow me. And make sure you hit that like button and comment below. Thank you again.